Hello everyone's. I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. I am here for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 1, Episode 3. We starting off with Bobby. Bobby's out on a date with his boyfriend Jeffrey. They so in love. But I was already getting a vibe from Jeffrey like he ain't gonna be in this relationship too much longer because he's not getting the attention he needs, which led me to believe that he wants to get some attention from somebody else. And in true to form, he meets up with his ex later on in the episode, and they get to discuss. But the thing is, the ex hasn't officially come out of the closet yet, and he don't want to do. But he doesn't know what to do. But the ex is like, I want to be with you. He runs off. The producers are like, okay, what's good? What's going on? He's like, man, all these emotions come flooding back. I want to be with this man, but I don't know what to do. But this always baffles me. Like when you get on a show, and if you're gay and you haven't come out of the closet or you're cheating on somebody, the world gonna see because you're on camera doing these things. But it seemed like him and the ex-boyfriend, I think his name is Malik, and Jeffrey, they didn't rekindle some things. So I don't know how Bobby's going to react. You know, Bobby, he's already over the top just because it's morning. I don't know how he's going to take this. So let's move over to Baby Blue. He says to Pleasure P, he wants to apologize to Shay for what he said. He ain't used to calling females out, calling them by something other than what their name is. And he wants to apologize for that and his wrong actions. And Pleasure P tells them that his ex then came back into town. They already side-eyeing the ex. Like, isn't this convenient that now that the group is back together, the ex is here. But Bucky, she been holding you down before we got back together when you was doing these little video shows. They didn't say that, but I'm paraphrasing. Bucky been there holding you down, so go ahead and stay with Bucky. And the ex-girlfriend, she just in for the come up. That's all she wants. She said you back on the blogs, you gonna be back touring and whatnots, and she want to come in now. She left you when you was high and dry, and you was grouped and dismantled, and you wasn't at the top like you used to be. But now she want to be back. Yeah, they sat her and that ex-girlfriend, and so am I. Let's move over to Prince. See, Prince, he's starting to get on my nerves. And here's why. He out promoting, doing his job, what he's supposed to be doing. And his girlfriend didn't call like several times and left several text messages. But he's so busy and he can't, send no messages back. He can't take a good 2 minutes off to himself so he can call her back. But he has ample amount of time to talk to the person whose party he's throwing it for, to let him know that my girlfriend keeps calling and texting me. Like the time you was talking to that man, you could have called and texted your girlfriend back. And he making it seem like she's over here stalking him. No, what it is, boo-boo, is you've been cheating in the past. You over making it seem like she's overreacting. You had a little cheating in you in the past, and she forgave you, but she hasn't forgot that you had this little cheating in you. So when she does show up here later on, he's all talking about something. Why you showing up here causing a scene? First of all, she just showed up and looked at him like, we need to talk and we need to talk now. That is the vibe that she gave him. So I'm like, she just came to talk to you. She wasn't causing no scene. Second, he's making it seem like because he makes all this money that he should be able to do what he want to do and come home when he wants to come home. But she let it be known, the house that we stand in is in my name. I pay the bills, the food he eats, and the toilet paper he uses to wipe his tails. I bought this. I'm going to need you to calm down. And then thirdly, he's in this confessional talking about something. I can get the baddest girl out here in Miami. She's lucky I'm here with her, that I chose her. And I'm like, see, when I seen him on the first episode, I was like, something in me was like, man, I don't like him. But I wanted to give him a chance. I done gave him a chance, and I was right in my first mind. Something ain't right about this boy. He a little too full of himself. Yes, I have my comfortable scarf on because Houston weather wants to be crazy. I tell you, this afternoon, it was pleasant. I didn't need to be bundled up or anything. Just had my regular old pea coat on. This afternoon was just perfectly fine. Now this evening, they talking about it's going to get down to 32, and it's a good possibility that it's going to snow. Like, really? They done already closed down some schools already because of this mess. Cold over here. I got the heater on, but I'm still cold. And I got it down to a temperature. I know y'all ain't trying to hear this. let me just get back to my review. That's what y'all want to talk about, not about the temperature in Houston, Texas. But anyway, we got JoJo. She a stylist and she comes from money. And her daddy wanted her to be the lawyer, but that's not what she wanted to do. Daddy was like, I'm going to pay for you to be the lawyer, and that's all it. But she was like, she wanted to be a stylist. She didn't style from A, B, and C, you know. She didn't name drop with several people, T-Pain, a couple of football players, you name it. She didn't style for them. And now she wants to have a storefront. But daddy ain't trying to pay for no storefront. Like, I want you to go to school. I want you to be a lawyer. That's what I want you to do. But look here. I give you the money for your little bit of store, but you have a few months to get this store up and running and make a profit. If not, I ain't gonna be able to finance you no more. But mama and daddy seem like they got some issues. Daddy's in Mexico a lot, and mama don't want to be in Mexico. So now they fussing and fighting, and now they looking at divorce. But I'm like, it gotta be something else in there besides that she don't want to be in Mexico with him. But I'm like, why doesn't she want to go to Mexico with him all the time? Why she want to stay in the States? But hey, that's none of my business. But I'm thinking there's something more to this than it's just that she not following her husband around all the time. But hopefully, you know, later on we'll get into that and figure out what's going on with them. So let's get over here to Young Hollywood's attempt at apologizing to Amara. So they at JoJo's event, her grand opening for her store. Now y'all already know Veronica already didn't kind of sort of agree that she would go out with Young Hollywood if he would apologize for Amara, which just told me that the apology wasn't going to be sincere. You're only doing it because you want to go on a date with Veronica. Plain and simple. So when he shows up, Amara, she's already got her guard up, like, okay, now what is it? And then he's attempting to apologize for her, but then at the same time saying she misunderstood what he's saying. Yeah, yes, he making it seem like everybody misunderstood what he's saying. You basically said your afro is not classy. If you want to make it out in the streets, you gotta look like Beyonce. You gotta have a long, flowing, silky, straight weave. That afro's not cutting it. I'm trying to have you looking like Beyonce and not Macy Gray. So that apology didn't go into it. And I'm like, and I'm glad you let him know, look here, bro, I done peeped your game a long time ago. The only reason you're apologizing to me because you want to sleep with Veronica. You want a piece of her tail. That's what it is. Just go ahead and say that. You're apologizing because you want some of Veronica's tail. I don't accept your apology. She may or may not have said that, but that's what I'm saying. Your apology was not an apology. But, you know, Veronica let her know that, hey, girl, if I'm going to get with a man, he got to get me a Rolls Royce, have me a plane, a boat, this, that, and the third. But Amara is already looking at her like, look here, girl, if you do that ever again, you were cut off and we will no longer be friends. But I don't know, something about Veronica, I'm starting to look sideways at, like, what you got going on, especially next week's episode. But I'm like, we going to leave that until next week's episode. Where are we at? Looking at my notes. Sorry, I will not have a background. For whatever reason, my editing system is not coming on. Therefore, I cannot edit. So, therefore, we'll be just having me in a green screen. I do apologize for that. So, let's get to JoJo and her mama and daddy arguing at her opening event. Daddy then already gave mama the divorce papers. Now, she already upset because, like, they didn't had arguments before, but we ain't never, like, actually had lawyers draw up divorce papers. But now daddy seemed like, I will spend over $1 million to my lawyers just so I won't have to pay you one copper penny. I'm like, daddy mad. That's something when you would rather spend all this money to somebody else just not to pay this person that you mad at. Now, JoJo, she's mad because everybody's looking at her mom and daddy cut up several foods, which, like, they didn't cut up several foods. Like, a lot of events on a lot of these Love and Hip Hop shows where a lot of drama and food and drinks and shoes have been thrown. So, she's lucky she's not on one of those shows. Let's just say that. So, lastly, we got Pleasure P. He didn't already have Blue Baby Woe apologize to Shay or Bucky. I don't know why I call her Shay because I might call her. Anyways, Blue Baby Woe didn't apologize to Bucky. He's like, look here, if you love my mans, then cool. You family now. You gonna be around. I apologize. We cool. But next thing you know, ex-girlfriend Gabby shows up. Now, Pleasure ain't talked to Gabby since they had that little meetup. And she says she has not talked to him. He has not called her. She don't know what's up, but she was all on social media, and it sounded a little bit like stalking, and found out where he was at, so she decided to show up. Like, I'm like, girl, if he has not called you or responded to any of your calls, and I'm just going to say it's been a week. He don't want to talk to you. You shouldn't be showing up. But then I'm looking at him like, are you trying to get caught? Is this what you're doing? Because not only when you see her, you decide to go off, get ice cream, and sit down next to her and have her feed you ice cream. Now, Bucky, she done showed up with her ice cream, want to know what her man is. I guess her spidey senses told her, you know, something was amiss, and I need to find out what it is. Poe, Blue Baby Whoa, and Spectacular, I think that's what his name is, trying to tell her, nah, Bucky, he back this way, he back that way. And he's sitting there getting fed by his ex-girlfriend. Okay, you must want to get caught because you didn't stop and got ice cream with this girl. Now, Bucky, being Bucky and mad, like, look here, you my man, but you sitting there getting fed by this other girl, and had the precise accuracy and threw that ice cream cone smack dead right here in the forehead region on ex-girlfriend. Now, I'm going to say this, Pleasure Pete, this was your fault, because you could have handled it so many different ways. Let her know, I have a girlfriend, I don't want to be with you. You could have not went off and sat with said ex-girlfriend and had her feeding you ice cream. You already know Shay puts 20 on 10. She see you with another woman, and that woman's feeding you ice cream. What did you think was going to happen? Inquiring minds wouldn't know. So, y'all, that was just went on. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or video response. And like I always, I thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T, signing off. Have a good one.